Knowledge justifies authority. The KJA Global Channel.
Lighting up the world, one mind at a time.
Series 7. Rights in Action. Building the system that protects them. Freedom must be designed. Episode E117. Civic Education as Implementation. Teaching a nation to defend itself. You cannot defend a right you have never heard of, claim a freedom you do not understand, or resist an abuse you cannot recognize. So, here is the quiet front line of human rights. What a society teaches its people about their own freedom.
We tend to think of implementing rights as a job for lawyers, courts, and governments. The book insists on something more fundamental, that civic education is itself a core mechanism of implementation. Perhaps the most lasting one of all, because the ultimate guardian of a nation's rights is not any institution. It is an educated citizenry that knows its freedoms and how to defend them. Let us see why teaching is building.
First, why education is implementation, not decoration. Every right in this series depends, finally, on people understanding it. A population that does not know it has a right to a fair trial cannot demand one. A people who cannot recognize the warning signs of tyranny cannot resist it in time. A citizen ignorant of how power is supposed to be checked cannot tell when the checks are being dismantled. The book's framework, therefore, treats civic education as essential machinery.
A deliberate, lifelong effort. From the youngest schoolchild to the oldest adult, to teach not just facts about government, but the reasoning of rights, the habits of democratic life, and the skills to think critically about power.
This is not preparation for citizenship. It is citizenship's foundation being laid.
Second, what genuine civic education actually builds. It is far more than memorizing the structure of government. The book envisions an education that develops the full citizen, someone who understands their rights and the duties that accompany them, who can reason about justice, who can tell legitimate authority from its counterfeit, who values the dignity of others, and who has the confidence to participate.
It runs across a lifetime, woven into schooling, renewed in adult and community learning, carried by teachers, youth leaders, and elders alike. The mechanism is generational.
A society that teaches freedom well, in one generation produces citizens who will defend it in the next, and who will teach it again to the one after. Civic education is how a free society reproduces itself across time.
You can see the stakes by comparing two nations in one. The people are taught their rights, the reasoning behind them, and the skills to question power. And so they recognize abuse early, defend their institutions, and cannot easily be deceived. Their freedom has deep roots. In another, civic understanding is thin or deliberately neglected, and the people, however good-hearted, cannot tell when their rights are being eroded or their institutions hollowed out. Their freedom, however grand on paper,
rests on ignorance.
And ignorance is the soil in which tyranny grows best.
The difference is not the laws, it is what the people understand.
This matters because every other protection in this series is ultimately held in place by an educated public courts, commissions, monitoring, constitutions.
All of them depend on citizens who understand and demand them.
When civic understanding fades, the whole architecture weakens.
Because there is no longer a public able to defend it.
The book's deepest civic conviction runs through this episode.
That knowledge is the foundation of legitimate freedom.
And that a nation educated in its rights has built the one guardian no tyrant can easily defeat. A people who know exactly what they are owed. Here is the tool, and it makes you part of the machinery. Become a teacher of freedom, wherever you are.
Learn your rights and the reasoning behind them well enough to explain them simply.
To your family, your friends,
The young people around you,
pass on not just what the rights are.
but why they matter and how they are defended.
Every person you help to understand their freedom becomes another guardian of it.
This is how a nation teaches itself to be free.
One understood right at a time.
Civic education is implementation, the way a nation builds in its own people. The strongest defender, freedom has learned it, live it and teach it, onward subscribe.
And let us raise a generation that can defend its own dignity.
This is KJA.
Knowledge justifies authority.